Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, April the 27th, 2023. I'm Giovanni Betancourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. Well, the Nasdaq and the S&P are up this morning, pre-market, and we are um, looking at a positive open in those two sectors. This has been because of market participants digest consensus, beating results from Meta platforms, and while the US GDP reading to gauge the strength of the US economy came in at 1.1% versus 2%, missing expectations. Also, jobless claims are down 16,000. This could bring pressure to the indices. Now, Meta Platforms soared over 11% in pre-market trading after the company reported upbeat Q1 results due to a better than expected ad recovery at its flagship Facebook platform. Also, the social media giant provided better than expected Q2 revenue guidance amid ongoing progress to reduce cost. Now, it's really Nasdaq starting to shine because of good results from Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta. People are more optimistic about the outlook for the technology once again. Now, for many months, I've been having conversation and writing about economic indicators that all point to a recession, but it still hasn't officially happened yet, at least according to the secretive, little-known group that's responsible for declaring them. This state mum, even as the economy goes haywire. In any case, there's a batch of signals in the American trucking industry that have been trying to warn us about for months that there's trouble ahead and plenty of turmoil that's already here. The US is in the midst of a freight recession, meaning there's fewer trucks delivering goods around the world, the country, and that slowdown in turn has dragged diesel prices down by almost half since last May, with the Wall Street Journal reporting wholesale diesel falling from $5.34 to $2.65. The key industrial field, which is used to power machines and vehicles in countless sectors, began to dip first during the warmer than expected winter. Diminishing factory output and weaker demand for trucks has dragged prices down further. The American Trucking Associations for Hire Contract Truck Tonnage Index dropped to its lowest level since August 2021, and domestic demand for diesel is down 8.4% since last year. All this too is showing up in the transportation companies. Now, with today's GDP reading coming in lower than expected, brings the message home: recession. So let's take a look at what we can see in the indices. Here's the Nasdaq. So with that nice beat from Meta, the Nasdaq is pushing higher. As we open in a few minutes, we most likely continue with the trend. I Let's see how much of a force is behind this move, and will trade above our 11-day average and come towards our resistance of 13,100, and see if we find some resistance, some sellers around here. Uh, that could be the case. Will it, push higher and trade towards the 13,200? That could also be a one scenario. Or will the index push higher, find some resistance between in this around this field, 30,090 or somewhere around there, and then do a pullback, trade lower towards yesterday's flattish session, and then push lower towards the 12,900. That is yet to be seen. Or it could just stay around here and stay mum and just idle in around the 13,000 psychological support level at this moment, since the market is above it. Then we have here the S&P. S&P is also pushing higher, but not as much as the Nasdaq. I think this will be short-lived as the bill comes in. The open comes in about a few minutes. We could probably see some of that fluctuation to the downside on the S&P. The Dow also could probably see some pressure to the downside. It has already retraced some of this movement in this morning. 33,400 is that psychological support. Will most likely let's see if it will be met and fluctuate even lower towards yesterday's low of 33,350 ish. Then we have crude oil that has come down, made a double bottom here. From this double bottom, just no textbook, it has popped to the upside a bit, and that this movement to the upside is very short-lived. We find continuous pressure towards the downside. $74 is that psychological support level. Will be violated, broken, and traded towards the $72 marker. That could be the case, uh, but let's see if the market just happens to find consolidation around here and just stay roaming the 74.50-ish scenario. Let's see if the market will continue to, sorry, will continue to push higher. Then we have Nat Gas. Nat Gas here is looking to stay above the 11-day moving average. It also has made a like a double bottom shy of the 210. Um, let's see if this could be one of those scenarios that the market has made a pullback after a nice little run and will continue to push higher. Uh, let's see. In regards to gold, gold has fluctuated above 2000 today, but quickly retraced below it and pushing south of the 1980. 1970 is our next support, and that will be the target. So we'll be selling gold for right now. Then we have also the same token happening in the in silver. 24, no, 50-ish is the target initially, but I looking at price action, I'm looking that $24 will be more likely that result. Copper is also being, having pressure to the downside. It is continuing that the sell-off. So 380 is just our psychological support level. This will most likely be violated in trading even lower, but initially are selling the currency, the metals. As far as Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin is has just making some movements, looking to stay north of the 28,000 marker, which is where I have my support around that area. But let's see if this will be short-lived, this momentum to the upside, and will it trade lower towards the 11-day moving average that is acting as a dynamic support. Then we have here the euro. Euro is pushing lower this morning. The 11-day moving average is pointing to the 109,800 level. That could probably be our first support on it. If it continues to move lower, 109,500 would be the next one. I have my support at 109,300. The pound is also trading lower. The 11-day moving average has acted as a nice support, dynamic support, and the market has rebounded from here a bit, but it's looking to push even lower from here. So 124 will be our first psychological support, and that will happen if the dollar index continues to move higher, push higher towards the 101,600 level. We will see that. Let's see how the markets has reacted at the open. So as figured, it's moving higher. The Nasdaq is pushing higher. The S&P as well, and the Dow is kind of flattish right now. Let's see what the crude oil is doing. Okay, it's moving higher. Let's see what Nat Gas is doing. It's looking to move higher. And gold has rebounded, okay, as well as the metals. All right, cool. All right, well, that's it for today. For today, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic trading day.